Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We've got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate today, starting with the Toronto Blue Jays versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -175. Toronto plus 150 with the over-under at 7.5. Toronto coming into this matchup 12-8. The Yankees also 12-8. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Alek Manoah with an ERA of 6.98. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 0.95. Manoah, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Cole, his last start, he pitched 9 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Yeah, Toronto beating the Yankees 6-1 yesterday. A nice one for Toronto. They're 6-3 against the Yankees, 7-3 on the road here. Manoah coming off giving up 10 runs in his last 2 starts. Garrett Cole coming off a 0-run game. He's looked very good this season. I think with Cole on the mound, I think I'm going to have to lean with the Yankees at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -280. Washington plus 240 with the over-under at 7. Washington coming into this matchup 6-13. Minnesota 11-9. Pitching for the Nationals is Chad Kuhl with an ERA of 8.59. Pitching for the Twins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 1.73. Kuhl, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Lopez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 7 strikeouts. Washington coming off a Minnesota win, beating them yesterday 3-2. Minnesota 1-5 in their last 6. They've been struggling a bit here. But yeah, Kuhl been very bad on the mound. His last 3 starts, he's given up 14 runs. Lopez has only given up 5 here. I think it's a good bounce back spot for the Twins, and I'm going to roll with Minnesota at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Chicago Cubs. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -135. The Cubs plus 115 with the over-under at 9. Dodgers coming into this matchup 10-11. The Cubs 12-7. Pitching for the Dodgers is Dustin May with an ERA of 3.0. Pitching for the Cubs is Hayden Wesnecky with an ERA of 4.15. May, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 1 strikeout. Wesnecky, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 7 strikeouts. Dodgers losing 13-0 against the Cubs yesterday. Yeah, I think Dodgers are in the doghouse now. Thought they were going to be decent with Julio on the mound, and the Dodgers just look like a mess right now. And don't know what to do with the Dodgers, especially after that horrible loss yesterday. We're going to roll with the Cubs plus 1.5 at home here. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -180. Colorado plus 160 with the over-under at 9.5. Colorado coming into this matchup 6-15. The Phillies 9-12. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 3.80. Pitching for the Phillies is Christopher Sanchez with an ERA of 0. Freeland, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 1 strikeout. Sanchez looks like he's making his first start of the season today. Rockies losing to the Phillies 3-4 yesterday. They're 1-9 in their last 10. Been a real struggle for Colorado. 1-8 on the road, 1-5 on the road against the Phillies, and even with Sanchez making his debut, I think I'm still going to lean with the Phillies at home. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -140. Miami plus 120 with the over-under at 7. Miami coming into this matchup 10-9. Cleveland also 10-9. Pitching for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara with an ERA of 5.84. Pitching for the Guardians is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 2.88. Alcantara, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Bieber, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Miami coming off a Giants loss. Cleveland coming off a Detroit win. Miami just 2-7 against Cleveland. 1-4 on the road against Cleveland, where they have struggled a bit here. Definitely an even matchup. Sandy hasn't looked the greatest on the mound so far, and I think I would take a shot with the Guardians at home. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 195. The White Sox plus 160 with the over-under at 7. White Sox coming into this matchup 7-13. The Rays 17-3. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 2.01. Pitching for the Rays is Shane McClanahan with an ERA of 1.57. Cease, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. McClanahan, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. White Sox losing to Tampa 8-7 yesterday. Yeah, Tampa on a 3-game winning streak. They're playing great baseball. McClanahan's been great on the mound. And Tampa 11-0 at home right now. Rolling with the Rays in this one. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 120. The Mets plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Mets coming into this matchup 14-7. The Giants 6-13. Pitching for the Mets is David Peterson with an ERA of 6.10. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 6.08. Peterson, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Webb, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. The Mets, 8-2 in their last 10. They're on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against the Giants. Giants really are a mess right now. Mets are playing such good baseball, and getting them at a value again today. I'm going to take the Mets plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Reds plus 125 with the over-under at 9. Reds coming into this matchup 7-13. The Pirates 14-7. Pitching for the Reds is Luis Cessa with an ERA of 13.5. Pitching for the Pirates is Rich Hill with an ERA of 5.57. Cessa, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 11 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Hill, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. The Reds on a 4-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh on a 5-game winning streak. I mean, they're playing very good baseball. And yes, that's coming off a horrible game on the mound. And I'm going to roll with the Pirates at home. Next matchup, we got the Game 2 between the Miami Marlins versus the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians opening up as home favorites at minus 140. Miami plus 120 with the over-under at 7. Both teams coming into this 10-9. Pitching for the Marlins is Braxton Garrett with an ERA of 3.38. Pitching for the Guardians is Zach Plesac with an ERA of 6.92. Garrett, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. He's actually been pretty good on the mound so far this season. Zach, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Yeah, doubleheaders, I'm not in love with. I've never been a fan of. Never bet on it. Just, I don't know. It's just too tough. If I were to pick, though, I do like Braxton Garrett on the mound a little bit more. And I'm I think I'll take a shot with the Marlins plus 1.5 in game 2. Next matchup, we get the Detroit Tigers versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at minus 185. Detroit plus 155 with the over-under at 8.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 7-11. Baltimore 12-7. Pitching for the Tigers is Joey Wentz with an ERA of 6.39. Pitching for Baltimore is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 4.18. Wentz, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Gibson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Detroit on a 2-game losing streak, losing to Baltimore 2-1 yesterday. Baltimore on a 4-game winning streak, 8-2 in their last 10. They're playing very good baseball right now. Yeah, I like Baltimore. I like the way they're playing, and I'm going to roll with the Orioles at home. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 245. Oakland plus 200 with the over-under at 9. Oakland coming into this matchup 4-16. The Rangers 12-7. Pitching for Oakland is Shintaro Fujinami with an ERA of 11.37. Pitching for the Rangers is Andrew Heaney with an ERA of 4.97. Fujinami, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Heaney, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. He's coming off back-to-back 0-run games. Oakland beating the Rangers yesterday for 5-4. I mean, that was a big upset yesterday, and given the Oakland's track record, haven't really won multiple games, I don't think at all this season, or 2 games back-to-back. Going to be tough for how bad this Oakland team is, and I'm still going to take a shot with the Rangers at home off a bounce back. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Boston plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Red Sox coming into this matchup 11-10. The Brewers 14-6. Pitching for the Red Sox is Garrett Whitlock with an ERA of 4.50. Pitching for the Brewers is Wade Miley with an ERA of 1.50. Whitlock, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Miley, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Boston on a 2-game winning streak, beating the Brewers 5-3 yesterday. Ruining Brewers' little 4-game winning streak that they were on. Boston is just 3-7 against Minnesota. I do like Miley on the mound. I mean, only 3 runs in his last 3 starts. He's been very good on the mound. Whitlock giving up 10 runs in his last 3 starts. I like the Brewers to bounce back here. I do like Wade on the mound, and I think I'm going to roll with the Brewers at home. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorite. Actually, it is a pick'em scenario at minus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Astros coming into this matchup 10-10. The Braves 14-6. Pitching for the Astros is Framber Valdez with an ERA of 1.80. Pitching for the Braves is Kyle Wright with an ERA of 6.23. Valdez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Wright, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Houston beating Atlanta 6-4 yesterday. It was a nice little underdog win right there for Houston. Atlanta on a little 2-game losing streak right now. A very even pitching matchup. I can see this one going either way, and I'll take a shot with Houston plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Padres opening up as road favorites at minus 150. Arizona plus 125 with the over-under at 9.5. Padres coming into this matchup 10-12. Arizona 12-9. Pitching for the Padres is Joe Musgrove with an ERA of 0. Pitching for Arizona is Merrill Kelly with an ERA of 3.37. Musgrove looks like it's getting his first start of the season. Kelly, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Padres losing to Arizona 9-0 yesterday. Nice win for Arizona. They looked very good yesterday, despite Padres winning the game before 7-5. Padres 4-1 on the road against Arizona. They're good against Arizona, but just a horrible performance yesterday. And that's kind of what the Padres have been doing all season. They've been underperforming, and Musgrove getting his first start. We'll see how he performs today, but yeah, I think I would take a shot with Arizona plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at minus 180. Kansas City plus 160 with the over-under at 9.5. Royals coming into this matchup 4-16. The Angels 10-10. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 4.03. Pitching for the Angels is Tyler Anderson with an ERA of 6.75. Greinke, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Kansas City losing 2-0 to LA yesterday. They are on a 7-game losing streak right now. Yeah, this Royals team is about as bad as it gets. They are awful right now, and I really don't want any part of this Royals team. And I'll take the Angels at home. Then the last matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at minus 160. St. Louis plus 135 with the over-under at 7.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 8-12. The Mariners 9-11. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 8.10. Pitching for Seattle is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 0.73. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Castillo, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. St. Louis losing to Seattle 5-2 yesterday. And I love Castillo on the mound today. I mean, he's only given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. He's been very good. Mikolas, he's given up 13 runs in his last 3 starts. And I like the Mariners at home today. Love Castillo on the mound. I think I'm going to take a shot with Seattle at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.